Consumers are the one to blame for the decline in media quality. First of all, think to yourself, if you were a media conglomerate giant like Nintendo, like Disney, like Netflix, if you were any one of those companies, would you put your heart, soul, effort, and money into something that people, the audience, won't actually value? Or would you just do the half-assed job that will apply the least amount of work and that people will gobble up? Think about it. If you're working for a salary, do you always work your hardest? Or since you're getting paid, you do the half-assed job and you scrape by waiting for your next break? That's what media has become. That's what modern gaming has become. And Digimon versus Pokemon is proof of that. They both started around the same time. They both had the same origin, and they both had backings by huge corporations. One by Nintendo, one by Bandai. And yet, they both ended up in very different situations. So first we have Digimon. It started off as a video game. It grew into an anime, and then it tried to transcend into something greater. Then we have Pokemon. Started off as a video game, transitioned to an anime, and it did transcend into something greater. Something actually that became the most successful franchise in history. It is valued more than Marvel right now. Just keep that in mind. And so now let's take a look at both the origins, both of the history, and both of the outcomes of these two franchises. First, we had Digimon, where it put heart, soul, and passion into each one of its entries. The video games were pet raising, and each pet had a different branch. So it had more interconnected activities and it had more outcomes, something that really took a lot of work to do. Then we had Pokemon, a lot of different mechanics as well, but yet it was very basic in terms of JRPG. Very get this, repeat that process kind of thing. And yet, in video game terms, Pokemon succeeded. And it actually succeeded because of how easy it was, how accessible it became. Up next, we have the anime. Digimon went for something greater, a grand scoping story, something that wanted to captivate audiences with a large arching, very convoluted story arc that had character development, had stakes, had real consequences. Pokemon, on the other hand, it tried to keep things as easy as possible. How exactly can they make the anime more accessible to kids so that the kids can interlink it with the video games? And in the long run, yeah, Digimon was winning, but they couldn't keep that up because it's hard work to keep that up. And so Pokemon ended up winning because of its casual audience, because of how easy each episode was to consume. Pokemon outran the Digimon race in the anime world. And now we're here, modern times. Pokemon has transcended into a multi-billion-dollar industry. No joke, it has more value weight than Star Wars, more valued weight than Marvel. That should tell you something. It was more accessible than any other video game. It was more accessible than anything Digimon ever created. And that accessibility, that ease of consumption, that repetition made it the success it is today in terms of merchandising. Now no one even talks about Digimon. Yeah, it still has a niche set of fans for its gameplay, but that's it. So seeing these two franchises, seeing how they both had the same origins, how they both had the same sort of situations, the same circumstances, the same race, and yet ended up in totally different places. This should tell you why modern media kind of sucks. It is your fault. You don't like investing time in something. You don't like interconnected, very articulated things. You want mass consumption. And now we have this problem where everything's oversaturated. Everything is overblown into things we don't want. Everything is repetitive. Everything is casual. Short video today, but I just wanted to make everybody here aware that these companies, they're not at fault here. I would do the same thing as if I was them. I take the easy money and leave. Just like Pokemon did. Like, comment, and subscribe for more.